Hello students, welcome to Detailed Chronicles by Abhiram Ias Academy. So, before starting the topic, tomorrow we are writing our UPSC CSC Prelims 2025. Kada? So, you know the checklist, like your Aadhaar card, your government registered ID cards, that are very important. So, okkasari photos pettukunnama, ID card pettukunnama, hall ticket pettukunnama, 2 black ballpoint pens pettukunnama, please do check them. And also, please go with a confidence. Do not panic. Ekkada panic avakandi. And okka question ki chala time spend cheyakandi. Limited time to the each question, okay? And public mistakes asal cheyakandi, okay? While filling the OMR, do not be in a panic mode or do not be like overexcited. Ala lekunda, just be normal and please do attempt the paper well, okay? All the very best for your exam. Now, let's start our detailed chronicles. So, ee roju topic, we are dealing with the Financial Action Task Force, that is FATF. Okay. So, first news lo endukundo chuddam. So, it is a news because India to push watchdog FATF to put Pakistan back in its grey list. Okay. This is Hindu article. And this is Indian Express. So basically, article aim cheptundi ante. So India wants Pakistan to be kept in the grey list of Financial Action Task Force. Asali FATF ento chuddam first of all. Ee grey list enti, blacklist enti anedi let's discuss. But before that, ekkada it is very relevant for the exam ante. So in prelims, it can be asked like, what are the member countries? What are the member countries? And inko question ela adugochu ante like organization ichesi when it is established, what is the headquarters, who are the members? Ila statement based questions kuda adugochu. What is its significance? Okay, such questions can be asked in coming to mains. Now, as India wants Pakistan to be kept in the grey list, you know why India wants Pakistan to be kept in the grey list. Adi explain cheyalsina avasharam ledu. But what is the probable question is that, so they may ask what is the significance or what are the objectives of this organization, and they may be asked like how India is using this organization as its diplomatic soft power. Diplomatic soft power or soft tool. How it is using, how India is using this international organization as diplomatic soft tool and cheppesi question may be asked. Okay, so it is very important. Done. Ekkada adigochu. So paper 2 lo adigochu. I mean paper 3 lo adigochu. Paper 4 lo adigochu. Even in ethics also it can be asked. Okay, let's see first. So GS2 lo international institutions is your syllabus. One part of your syllabus. So it can be asked in that, or internal security law adigochu because it is dealing with money laundering kabatti. And further it can be asked in ethics, like ethics and global governance. Okay, so these are the things where the topic is covered. Done. Ippudu let's see what is this Financial Action Task Force, FATF ante ento chuddamu. So basic ga దీని ఆబ్జెక్టివ్స్ ఏంటి అంటే, ఫస్ట్ ఇట్ అబ్జర్వ్స్ ది మనీ లాండరింగ్. ఇట్ అబ్జర్వ్స్ ది మనీ లాండరింగ్ అంటే బ్లాక్ మనీ ఎలా వెళ్తుంది, ఎక్కడెక్కడికి, ఏ కంట్రీస్ యూజ్ చేసుకుంటున్నాయి బ్లాక్ మనీ. సో మనీ లాండరింగ్ అనేది ఎలా జరుగుతుంది అంటే ఇట్ అబ్జర్వ్స్ ద కంట్రీస్ హూ ఆర్ డూయింగ్ దిస్ మనీ లాండరింగ్ థింగ్స్. నెక్స్ట్ ఇట్ ఆల్సో అబ్జర్వ్స్ terrorism funding. It also observes terrorism funding. Okay. Next, it also observes proliferation of arms. Proliferation of arms. Ante arms supplying ఏ countries కి వెళ్తుంది ఎలా అని చెప్పేసి. And also it observes fund utilization. It observes fund utilization. As we know recently, Pakistan has asked money from IMF. Avuna kada. So now India is telling, see, FATF that this Pakistan is not using funds properly. But it is using these funds for terrorism, not for development. And let's see the thing briefly, but this is a concept. So basically this FATF also observes the fund utilization, like how the funds have been utilized by the countries by taking from IMF, World Bank, Asian Development Bank, etc. Clear? So, this is the objective. Now, let's see about the FATF in detail. So, FATF is an intergovernmental organization where it observes the money laundering to prevent the money laundering, terror financing, and also proliferation of weapons of mass destruction. That is proliferation of arms. Clear? Now, next details. Where it is located and then where is the headquarters located? The headquarters is located in the Paris. Eppur start chesaru dinni in the year of 1989. It was established in the year of 1989 and ever established chesaru G7 countries in Paris. G7 summit, when it is happening in Paris, they have been established this. Okay? Now, first, idoka money laundering kosam anedi start chesaru annattu. Initially created to combat the money laundering. Next, 9/11 attack jargin tarvata, then India lo jarginda, that is a most terror attack, avuna. So adi jargin tarvata, what happened? It has been expanded. This power has been under money laundering. First money laundering kosam established chesaru. Then further it has been increased its powers to see the terrorism funding also, terrorism financing also. Tarvata 2012 lo, it also included proliferation of arms, proliferation of weapons of mass destruction. Tarvata, see, it gives some recommendations, to all the nations. It maintains some global standards with respect to the crime, with respect to terrorism, and also with respect to the corruption. Okay? Next, who are the members? So 37 member countries where India is a member, but remember Pakistan is not a member. Pakistan is not a member of FATF. Remember this. Okay? FATF subcomponents lo Pakistan is a member, but Pakistan is not a member of FATF. Okay? So 37 countries and 2 regional organizations, that is European Union and also Gulf Cooperation Council. Though Gulf Cooperation Council is a member, but all the countries in that council are not the members. 5 countries are excluded. One is Kuwait, remember, okay, first is Bahrain, Kuwait, Oman, Qatar and UAE, that is United Arab Emirates, okay. These 5 countries are excludedly not included in the FATF. Though they are Gulf Council members, but they are not included in the FATF. One is Bahrain, Kuwait, Oman, Qatar and UAE. Clear? Next, Saudi Arabia is a member since 2019. Okay, and further, interestingly, Pakistan is not a member of FATF as discussed, but it is a member of Asia Pacific Group, that is AFG Group on money laundering, APG Group, Asia Pacific Group, which is the largest FATF style regional body. Okay, so indulo matrame member, Asia Pacific Group lone member, but it is not completely member of FATF. Remember this. But whereas India is a member. Done. So 37 members plus 2 regional organizations, that is European Union and also other is the Gulf Cooperation Council. And Gulf Cooperation Council under members the 5 are excluded. Okay, just now we saw that. And further, India is a member since the year of 2010 and also part of Asia Pacific Group, that is APG, and also Eurasian Group. These 2 groups are very important for components of FATF. So Pakistan is not a member of FATF and it is only a member of the APG group, where India is also a member of APG and also EAG, that is Eurasian Group. Clear? Next. So before going to Blacklist and Greylist, let's see first of all. So India wants Pakistan to be kept in the grey list of FATF. Enduku. So now Pakistan has been asked funds from International Monetary Fund. Avuna? So it is receiving money from this. But India em cheptundi ante, so basically 3 meetings jarutavi. Every year 3 meetings will be occurred. Like in the month of Jan or Feb, in the month of June, that is next month, there is a meeting, and also in the month of October or November. 3 meetings jarutavi usual ga in an year, where plenary meeting antaru. Plenary meeting headed by the president plus vice president. Okay, a president, like for every 2 years he is renewed annattu. From the members itself, the president is appointed. For every 2 years he is renewed. So plenary meeting will happen in a year lo 3 times jarutundi annattu. Now India is telling that CFATF, it is taking loans. Pakistan is taking loans and it is using for money laundering. It is using for terror financing. Avuna? There is no transparency of funds. How it is utilizing and cheppesi. There is no transparency, and all the development kan teeskundi IMF nunchi. For development it has been taken, but there is no development you can see, but it is giving towards terror financing and cheppesi. Avuna? So this is the thing where India is telling to the plenary cheppabothundi annattu. Next month meeting jarutadi, so it want Pakistan to be kept in the grey list. Okay, so there are two lists. One is grey list and other is blacklist. Grey list lo pedithe em avutadi, just high jurisdiction, ante high amount of monitoring anedi untadi. High monitoring will be there, and disciplinary activities will be taken. Okay, and also credit rating will be fallen down. Credit rating will fall down. Okay, so this is the impact of putting in the grey list. High amount of observation annattu, and cheppina mata vinali. Like FATF will give some recommendations, it has to listen to those recommendations. Tarvata chala salu cheppi if it is not following, if the country or the nation is not following, then it will be put in the blacklist. Okay, so blacklist lo pettinappudu em avutundi, they can't take funds can't be given either by IMF or Asian Development Bank or World Bank. There will be no supply of funds for the nations which have been kept in the blacklist. Okay, now the countries kept in blacklist are North Korea, Myanmar and also Iran. Okay, these 3 are there in the blacklist. Examples grey list lo unnavi like Syria, Saudi Arabia, etc. So some countries are there in the grey list. Okay, Burkina Faso. So almost some 20 plus countries are there in the grey list. Okay, so idi thing. So grey list lo pettinappudu high monitoring anedi untadi, some disciplinary activities will be taken place, and also credit rating will be fallen down. Okay, ante loans ivvadaniki koncham aalochinchalalsi vastundi annattu. When it is kept in the blacklist, there will be no supply of the funds. Okay, 2 list. Now let's see. So grey list, increased monitoring list, where countries with strategic deficiencies in anti-money laundering and counter-terrorism financing, and further these nations are placed under close FATF monitoring intended to warn and pressure compliance before moving to the blacklist. Idoka warning type annattu. Before moving into the blacklist. Ippudu blacklist lo pettinappudu em jarugutundi? It is known as non-cooperative countries or terrorist countries identified as high-risk jurisdictions actively supporting money laundering and terror financing and cheppesi. Clear? Now next let's see the Pakistan's FATF journey. So, it has been included in 2008 in the first grey list, and further mali 2012 lo it has been entered. 2012 to 2015 వరకు ఉంది, అగైన్ 2018 లో ఉంది, కానీ 2022 లో రిమూవ్ చేశారు అన్నట్టు. 2022 లో it has been removed from the grey list, telling that okay, Pakistan is now able to follow the guidelines or recommendations అని చెప్పేసి. Okay, so it had to compile with 27 points action plan, including freezing terrorist access and also strengthening AML and CTF laws, terrorism laws, prosecuting designated terrorist, anti-terrorist laws, prosecuting designated terrorist in further into October 2022 or 2022, FATF removed Pakistan, stating substantial progress. But India is telling that no, it is just acting as it is listening. Acting as just listening, but it is not following such activities, such recommendations. It is not following in Jappesi. It is proving with the evidence. So next June lo meeting jarugutundi kada, it is proving with the evidence to the FATF that no, it is again supplying to the terrorism and Jappesi. Okay, and further what's the article lo undi kada, so what's in the 2025 allegations. So India's evidence includes lack of action on UN designated terrorists and ongoing terrorism financing through informal channels, and also alleged diversions of World Bank and IMF loans for the arms purchasing and cheppesi. Okay, so recent ga IMF nunchi loan adugutundi kada, loan adigindi. So the alleged diversions of World Bank and IMF loans for the arms purchases. And further, so next plenary meeting undi ani cheppam kada. So next plenary meeting in June 2025 will decide whether to relist the Pakistan in the grey list. So pettinappudu em jarugutundi, impact its credit worthiness, block the international aid like IMF nunchi funds ni block cheyadam, World Bank nunchi funds ni block cheyadam ala, then undermine the investors confidence also. When it is put in any like grey list or blacklist, what happens? The investor confidence will be low, and investment ivvadaniki like there won't be any more scope. Okay, so this is all about the FATF, its objectives, its functions. Now why India wants Pakistan to be kept in the grey list. Okay, all clear? So this is the detailed concept of the FATF. Thank you, have a nice day, and all the best for your exam.